Advice to householders. Mahendra and his younger brother, Priya, had been visiting the master for some time. Mahendra owned a flour mill and other businesses. His brother was an engineer. Both the brothers engaged people to manage their affairs and therefore had considerable leisure. Mahendra was 36 or 37 and his brother 2 years younger. Besides their country home at Kedeti, they had a house at Bagbazar, Calcutta. A young devotee named Hari accompanied them on their visits to Sri Ramakrishna. Hari was married but greatly devoted to the master. Mahendra and Hari had not visited Dakshineswar for a long time. They saluted Sri Ramakrishna. Master. Hello. Why haven't you visited Dakshineswar for so long? Mahendra. Sir, I have been away from Calcutta. I was at Kedeti. Master. You have no children. You don't serve anybody. And still you have no leisure. Goodness gracious. The devotees remained silent. Mahendra was a little embarrassed. Master. To Mahendra. Why am I saying all this to you? You are sincere and generous. You have love for God. Mahendra. You are saying these words for my good. Master. Smiling. You see, we don't take any collection during the performance at our place. Jadu's mother says to me, other sadhus always ask for money. But you do not. Worldly people feel annoyed if they have to spend money. A theatrical performance was being given at a certain place. A man felt a great desire to take a seat and see it. He peeped in and saw that a collection was being taken from the audience. Quietly he slipped away. Another performance was being given at some other place. He went there and, inquiring, found that no collection would be taken. There was a great rush of people. He elbowed his way through the crowd and reached the center of the hall. There he picked out a nice seat for himself, twirled his mustaches, and sat through the performance. All laugh. You have no children to divert your mind. I know a deputy magistrate who draws a salary of 800 rupees a month. He went to Kashab's house to see a performance. I was there too. Rakal and a few other devotees were with me and sat beside me. After a while Rakal went out for a few minutes. The deputy magistrate came over and made his young son take Rakal's seat. I said, he can't sit there. At that time I was in such a state of mind that I had to do whatever the person next to me would ask me to do. So I had seated Rakal beside me. As long as the performance lasted the deputy did nothing but gibber with his son. The rascal didn't look at the performance even once. I heard, too, that he is a slave to his wife. He gets up and sits down as she tells him to. And he didn't see the performance for that snub-nosed monkey of a boy. To Mahendra. Do you practice meditation? Mahendra. Yes, sir. A little. Master. Come to Dakshineswar now and then. Mahendra. Smiling. Yes, sir. I will. You know where my knots and twists are. You will straighten them out. Master. Smiling. First come to Dakshineswar. Then I shall press your limbs to see where your twists are. Why don't you come? Mahendra. Because of the pressure of my duties. Besides, I have to go to my country home now and then. Master. To Mahendra, pointing his finger at the devotees. Have they no homes or dwelling places? Have they no duties? How is it that they come? To Hari. Why haven't you come to Dakshineswar? Is your wife living with you? Hari. No, sir. Master. Then why did you forget me? Hari. I haven't been well, sir. Master. To the devotees. He looks thin. He has no small measure of bhakti. He is overflowing with it. But it is of a rather troublesome nature. Quote. Laughter. Sri Ramakrishna used to address a certain devotee's wife by the name of Habby's mother. Her brother, a college student aged about 20, was there. He stood up, ready to go and play cricket. His younger brother, named Dwiya, was also a devotee of the master. Both brothers left the room. A few minutes later Dwiya returned. The master said, "Why didn't you go?" A devotee answered, "He wants to hear the music. Perhaps that is why he has come back." Trailokya, the Brahmo devotee, was to sing for the master. Paltu arrived. The master said, "Who is this?" "Ah, it is Paltu." Purna, another young devotee, also arrived. It was with great difficulty that Sri Ramakrishna had managed to have him come. His relatives strongly objected to his visiting the master. Purna was a student in the 5th grade of the school where M. taught. The boy prostrated himself before Sri Ramakrishna. The master seated him by his side and was talking to him in a low voice. M. alone was sitting near them. The other devotees were talking about various things. Gurish, sitting on the other side of the room, was reading a life of Kashab. Master, to Purna, "Come nearer." Gurish, to M. "Who is this boy?" M. was afraid that others might notice the boy. This would make trouble for him at home and M would be responsible for it. M. sharply, "Don't you see he is a boy?" Gurish, smiling, "I need no ghost to tell me that." The master and the boy were talking in low tones. Master, "Do you practice what I ask you to?" Purna, "Yes, sir." Master, "Do you dream? Do you dream of a flame? A lighted torch? A married woman? A cremation ground? It is good to dream of these things." Purna, "I dreamt of you. You were seated and were telling me something." Master, "What? Some instructions? Tell me some of it." Purna, "I don't remember now." Master, "Never mind. But it is very good. You will make progress. You feel attracted to me, don't you?" A few minutes later Sri Ramakrishna said to the boy, "Won't you come there?" He meant Dakshineswar. "I can't promise," answered the boy. Master, "Why? Doesn't one of your relatives live there?" Purna, "Yes, sir. But it won't be very convenient for me to go." Gurish was reading a life of Kashab written by Trailokya of the Brahmo Samaj. In it Trailokya said that at first Sri Ramakrishna had been very much opposed to the world but that after meeting Kashab he had changed his mind and had come to believe that one could lead a spiritual life in the world as well. Several devotees had told the master about this. They wanted to discuss it with Trailokya. Those passages in the book had been read to the master. Noticing the book in Gurish's hand, Sri Ramakrishna said to Gurish, "M. Ram, and the other devotees, those people are busy with the world. That is why they set such a high value on worldly life. They are drowned in woman and gold. One doesn't talk that way after realizing God. After enjoying divine bliss, one looks on the world as crow droppings. At the very outset I utterly renounced everything. Not only did I renounce the company of worldly people, but now and then the company of devotees as well. I noticed that the devotees were dropping dead one by one, and that made my heart writhe with pain. But now I keep one or two of them with me." Gurish left for home, saying he would come back. Trailokya arrived with Jagopal Sen. They bowed before the master and sat down. He inquired about their health. The younger Narain entered the room and saluted Sri Ramakrishna. The master said to him, "Why didn't you see me last Saturday?" Trailokya was ready to sing. Master, "Ah, you sang that day about the blissful mother. How sweetly you sang. Other songs seem insipid to me. That day I didn't enjoy even Narendra's singing. Why don't you sing those same songs again?" Trailokya sang, "Victory to Gora, Sachi's son. Hail, abode of every virtue, touchstone of love, ocean of bliss, man's bewitcher, beauteous of form, enchanting the eye like shining gold. His tender arms that reach to the knee, graceful and long as lotus stalks, are lovingly stretched to all mankind. His lotus face of matchless beauty overflows with the nectar of love. His cheeks are covered with curling hair, alight with heavenly love. His beauty charms the eye, beaming with fervor, radiant with bliss, his body trembling with Hari's joy. Gauranga the golden dances like a mad elephant, shaking in all his limbs with the frenzy of love. Gauranga, singer of Hari's glories, prize of every sadhu's heart, rarest of men, the ocean of love, embraces the outcast, calls him brother, takes him in his arms in fervent love. He dances with both his arms upraised, and sings Hari's name. The tears are streaming down his cheeks. He weeps, he cries, he trembles, roars, and rages, saying, "Where is Hari, the jewel of my heart?" The hair on his limbs is standing on end. Like a kadamba flower is his body. Covered with dust he rolls on the ground. O thou, the abode of Hari's Lila, fountainhead of love's elixir, friend of the helpless, glory of Banga, hail Chaitanya, thou who shinest bright as the moon. In the Bhakta's heart, Sri Ramakrishna left the room for a minute. The women devotees were seated near the screen. They were eager to see Sri Ramakrishna. Trailokya went on with his music. Sri Ramakrishna entered the room again and said to Trailokya, "Please sing a little about the blissful mother." Trailokya sang, "O mother, how deep is thy love for men. Mindful of it, I weep for joy." Listening to the song, the younger Narain went into deep meditation. He remained as still as a log. Sri Ramakrishna said to M. "Look at him. He is totally unaware of the outer world." The song was over. At Sri Ramakrishna's request, Trailokya sang, "O mother, make me mad with thy love. What need have I of knowledge or reason?" Ram asked him to sing about Hari. Trailokya sang, "Chant, O mind, the name of Hari. Sing aloud the name of Hari. Praise Lord Hari's name. And praising Hari's name, O mind, cross the ocean of this world. Hari dwells in earth, in water. Hari dwells in fire and air. In sun and moon he dwells. Hari's ever-living presence fills the boundless universe." M. said in a low voice to Trailokya, "Please Gaur and Nitai, ye blessed brothers." Sri Ramakrishna, too, asked him to sing the song. Trailokya and the devotees sang it in chorus, the master joining them. When it was over, the master sang, "Behold, the two brothers have come, who weep while chanting Hari's name. The brothers who, in return for blows, offer to sinners Hari's love, embracing everyone as brother, even the outcast shunned by men. Behold, the two brothers have come, who once were Kanai and Balai of Braha." Sri Ramakrishna sang again, "See how all Nadia is shaking under the waves of Gauranga's love. Then, who are they that walk along, chanting Hari's name? O Madai, go out and see. They seem to be Gaur and Nitai, with golden anklets on their lovely feet, shaven of head and clad in rags. They reel like madmen as they go." The younger Narain was about to leave. "Master, show great devotion to your parents, but don't obey them if they stand in your way to God. You must gird your loins with great determination and say, 'This rogue of a father.'" Narain, "Truly, I have no fear." Gurish arrived. Sri Ramakrishna introduced him to Trailokya. He asked them to talk to each other. A few minutes later the master said, "That song again, please." Trailokya sang, "Victory to Gora, Sachi's son. Hail, abode of every virtue, touchstone of love, ocean of bliss, man's bewitcher, beauteous of form, enchanting the eye like shining gold." Sri Ramakrishna went into samadhi. He stood up, totally unconscious of the world. Regaining partial consciousness, he begged Trailokya to sing, "Oh, what a vision I have beheld." Trailokya sang, "Oh, what a vision I have beheld in Kashab Bharati's hut. Gora, in all his matchless grace shedding tears in 1,000 streams. Like a mad elephant he dances in ecstasy and sings, drunk with an overwhelming love, rolling flat upon the ground and swimming in his tears. He weeps and shouts Lord Hari's name. piercing the very heavens with his cries, loud as a lion's roar. Then most humbly he begs men's love, to feel himself the servant of God. Shorn of his locks, he has put on the yogi's ochre robe. Even the hardest heart must melt to see his pure and heavenly love. Smitten with man's deep woe, he has abandoned everything and pours out love unstintingly. Oh, would that Premdas were his slave and, passing from door to door, might sing Gauranga's endless praise. The music was over. It was about dusk. Sri Ramakrishna was surrounded by the devotees. Master, to Ram, there were no instruments to accompany the songs. The singing creates an atmosphere when there is proper accompaniment. Smiling, do you know how Balaram manages a festival? He is like a miserly Brahmin raising a cow. The cow must eat very little but give milk in torrents. All laugh, sing your own songs and beat your own drums. That's Balaram's idea. Quote, all laugh,